What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky back with Videohomicide, and I'm finally here with the long-awaited comic book collection videos. But before we get into the actual video, I want to quickly remind everybody that I'm doing a Q&A/giveaway. So if you want to be entered into that giveaway, all you have to do is go over to the video that's linked in the description and leave a question, movie-related, horror-related, comic-related, art-related, whatever it is. But you'll be able to win copy of Cinema 187 issue 1, Raise the Dead issue 1, Raise the Dead issue 2, Raise the Dead issue 3, and Filthy Ralph issue 1. And you're also going to get 20 stickers, all designed by me. So if you're so inclined, go over to that video, leave a question, and with that being said, we're going to move on to the very start of the comic book collection. So this is video 1. I'm not sure what the name for the series is going to be. It might just be comic collection, but anyways, we're going to get into some stuff that I pulled here. Like I said in the live stream, I think I mentioned in the live stream that I only went through about the equivalent of a short box, and this is the stuff that I pulled. So we've got Black Dynamite issue 1, which is based off of a movie that was turned into an animated series, which the animated series is pretty fucking good. This is the variant cover for issue 1. This is the one that I really wanted to get. This is the other cover that came out for issue 1. I was never big into variants and stuff like that, but with this book I had to. I'll even take this one out just because I remember it being really badass. For some reason though, I can't find my copy of issue 3, so that was really cool. And you can see like the the acetate sort of design in the back. I forget what you call that. Is it zipatone, or that could be something else? Duotone perhaps. Heavily used in comics. But there's issue 1 right there, and here's issue 2. Really cool. They were going for like a hero for hire type cover with this stuff. I'll give you a bit of a glance of the interiors. It's been, when did this come out? Probably, this is 2014, so I have not looked in these books since 2014, but we're getting a pretty cool art style right here. Looks like Black Dynamite's in jail. If you've never seen the movie Black Dynamite, I highly recommend it. That's really cool right there. So there's that. And then here's issue 4, which is feels like it's considerably, maybe not. It feels a little bit heavier. I'm not going to go into issue 4 too much. Oh, there's some basketball action happening there. Fuck it, let's go through. There's a sex scene. Really cool panel. I like this stuff right here. I really like the way that this looks. When I was picking up comics like on the regular, man, I was very particular about the interior art because you could easily get scammed, especially with a company like IDW. Like there was some really good stuff that I'll, be pulling out throughout the series. But there was some stuff that was crap, like some of those Ninja Turtle books, like the interior artwork was dog shit. Like what the fuck were they doing? And that was kind of a turnoff for that. But here's a book that I randomly found years ago. At a comic shop. I think this is the first one that I picked up, but it's called 68, and this story, or this one shot, was called Jungle Jim. And I'll show you the interiors. I believe this is Nat Jones on the interiors, who did some of the, or perhaps all of the Frank Frazetta Death Dealer books. Let's see here. Oh, Pen and Inks by Nate Van Dyke. Okay, I thought it was Nat Jones. Maybe Nat Jones did some of the other stuff. But as you can see, some pretty cool imagery down here. I like how the panel, like the borders of the panels are like bamboo cages. There's Jungle Jim. I remember really liking this and really kind of falling in love with it. I love the blue zombies, Yeah. Pretty sure that Nat Jones, I've seen some of his pencils, and I don't know who was coloring him in this book. I know this isn't the one exactly that I'm talking about. That's really cool. But I just prefer his black and whites over whoever colored his work. Not saying that the colors was shit, but, I'm like, again, like, I think color can make or break some stuff, because sometimes you just, they don't always have to mesh together. But, so that was 68 Jungle Jim. And then we got, I don't know if I have all of these or not. I'm just going to go through them. We got Rule of War issue 4. Rule of War issue 3. And then there's another one in here. At one point I was kind of known for putting a few comics in one bag. Here's like a random one-shot called Hollowed Ground. And then issue 1 of Rule of War. And then here's issue 2 of Homefront. And then we got 1 of 4 for Jungle Gym, 2 of 4, and then 3 of 4. And then maybe if I have number 4, it'll appear somewhere in here. Or is this it? No, that's 1. Either way, I'm not too concerned with this series because, you know, I've also picked up that book, I've found these books in trade format, so I was able to pick these up. I think this is the very first one, yeah, and the artwork is done by Nat Jones, and then, or Nate Jones, maybe, I don't know, it says Nat to me, so I say Nat. This cover right here, I really like. It's heavily inspired, obviously, by Full Metal Jacket. Really cool stuff right there. So 68 Scars, lots of cool stuff in the background. Like I said, I really like the breakdowns in the back. I love comics that include this type of shit, you know, and variant covers and stuff. Like there's a cool phrase right there, drop acid, not bombs, and then kind of a shell-shocked guy right there. Really cool stuff. That's really fucking badass right there. Who's that? Is that Ho Chi Minh right there, I believe? Could be wrong on that. And then 68. Probably the first story. But anyways, really cool stuff. If you've never checked that stuff out, give it a find if you can. I'm pretty sure that stuff should be readily available at comic book shops. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not, you know, or maybe it's a hot ticket item. You never know. Like, I'm so far removed from the comic book scene right now that I couldn't tell you. I collected what I loved. You know what I mean? Like, to quote the great hippie of hippies collectibles, he always used to say, you know, like, love what you collect what you love kind of thing. And that held true for me for a long time. And in the beginning of my comic book career or collection career, I wasn't, you know, buying a lot of stuff that I still have today, you know, or I was buying stuff I don't have today, like a lot of like my old Marvel shit. Like, I replaced it with this type of stuff when I found out that there was comics based on movies that I love, movies like The Thing, you know. This is obviously a take on the Carpenter story. So there's McCready. After the, you know, the aftermath of, you know, the film, they end up taking him to, I believe they call it like the Cape of Good Hope, like down at the, or that might be Africa. I'm thinking of South America, like whatever country's at South America, the Cape of Horn or whatever it is. But, you know, he gets taken to this place and he's, you know, going ape shit. And then at the end, the end of issue 1, Childs shows up. So is this the end? Is this issue 1? I don't know, but the monster looks good in this comic. Like, it doesn't look too shabby. I think like some mercenaries end up showing up sometime. I want to get like another cool like shot of the fucking monster. There's a good one. Yeah. So there's issue 1, 4, 3, and 2 of that. That was Thing from Another World. And then they also did Thing from Another World. This one was called Climate of Fear, but this one right here was just called Thing from Another World. This is issue 1 and 2, 2 of 2, put out by Dark Horse. This art style is fantastic. I love it. It's the artist is John Higgins, and I think that he does a fantastic job. Like, really cool stuff. That's a good shot right there. Kind of reminds me of Terminator 2 a little bit. I know I'm kind of flipping all over. I'm just there we go. There's a good shot of the Thing. Man, such a crazy concept and cool movie. So I know at the end of issue 2, something really cool happens. Like, there's a cool panel. There's a good shot right there. You got like, I think that's Childs right there pouring the gasoline. I really like that. Really badass stuff. But get to the end there. Yeah, so like this submarine like comes out of the water. Like, oh man, it's such a badass drawing. Really like that stuff. So The Thing, yeah, like who would have thought they put out comics of The Thing? Such a sick flick. You know? I don't know if they made any more since then, but if they have, I'd love to pick them up. Here's a story that you might not know there's a comic of. And I want to put these in order though, if I can. So we've got, there's issue 1 of that series. So here's issue 1 of Scarred for Life, the Scarface story. And let me see. Yeah, this was, when I first got these, this was the art I preferred because I got two Scarface 4-issue minis here. And I really like this artwork. It's very, you know, like Tony's like doing coke right there. Like it looks really badass. The gun violence looks cool. It's very cartoonish, and I like that a lot. This guy's getting like his fucking head cut off, or head taken off. But, you know, you get the idea. I don't want to spoil too much because I actually want to kind of reread these. So that's Scarred for Life. This is another issue of Scarred for Life. Let's give you this shot because that's a pretty badass panel. I like that. And then the other one was called Devil in Disguise, and this was the one that I liked less, but now when I look at it, I kind of like this one a little bit more in terms of the art style. It's kind of like a Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb collaboration, but in Scarface. Like it kind of looks like this looks like Long Halloween to me right there. And all of this shit, really. So, again, I don't want to really spoil these for myself, but there's those. We got another Scarred for Life with, I wish I had all of the comic book variants, unfortunately, like movie variant, non-movie variant. Again, these are all comics. This is an awesome cover right here. This is Scarface issue 5. So there was 5 issues for Scarred for Life. Oh, this is definitely a different artist right here. Holy shit. Yeah, see, I knew, like, fuck, man. How insane. Love this shit. Moving along, we've got, this is totally random. I should have showed this with the Black Dynamite, but here we've got something very random put out by 5D Comics. We've got Super Bad James Dynamite, and it's starring Marlon Wayans. So, like, this is a caricature of Marlon Wayans. And it's just like a weird, like, little blaxploitation book. Like, this is fantastic drawing right here. I love all of this. Really illustrates the type of place you're in. Like, this guy's, like, smoking down a blunt. We got hookers. We got white guy, like, oh, $4, what a deal. Like, look at this. Hey, Foxy Mama, how much? She says $2 per inch. And he says, $4, what a deal. Like, crazy shit. But this is, you can tell this is like some heavy duty, fun, you know, outside the norm type of comic or cartooning, whatever you want to call it, man. Love the pig, like, or not the pig, the cop is like a big fat dude with a red beard. So again, it's been probably since I picked these up. I don't know when this came out, but I definitely, see, it came out in 05, but I probably didn't get it till about, you know, 2010, between 2010 and 2015. So there's issue 1. We've got issue 2. I got the whole set, issue 3, 4, and 5. So really cool. This also, I also have a bunch of brand new bags and boards, so I can fucking bag and board some of these stuff. Like, I want to read them and then bag and board them like an all new shit, and just put them in boxes and until I want to read them again or check them out again. So the final, you know, batch of books I'm going to be showing is from the same series and from the same company, and that is Avatar Press. And what we have here is Night of the Living Dead Aftermath. Now, this was, I believe, an 8-issue series, and I'm not going to be opening these up because they're already sealed and it's just going to be a nightmare, but fuck it, I'm going to open one. Why not? We'll open up issue 2. Might as well. One thing about Avatar Press, like their fucking covers are just bonkers. So dope. So dope. And I remember this story. It was all about like this girl that was in like a band that was trying to get to Las Vegas. And by the end of the story, of course, she's a fucking zombie. And it has a really interesting take where the zombies like think that they're normal. You know what I mean? So this is a wraparound. We got to check this one out. This one looks too fucking cool. I could have swore I had more of these Night of the Living Dead books. Maybe I do. They're just like spread throughout the collection. Like, again, this is a good excuse to get shit organized, but look at that. Fuck. And the interiors, man, like, that's the thing about Avatar. Like, the interiors are usually pretty fucking good. You find like a good shot of some zombie action. Fuck's sakes, man. pain in the ass. Maybe this first issue wasn't like the best example, but you know, the art is decent. Get some zombie action. So Avatar put out like a couple of really good series, which I have some of them, like Crossed and Ferals and Stitched, and of course Night of the Living Dead Uber. So there's issue 3. This is a wraparound cover. I'm not going to open it. This one was a gore cover. There's issue 5 with another wrap. This is a pretty brutal cover. Number 6, it's a gore cover. Like, this is the type of thing I'm talking about. Like, this is what I want. Like, you should be able to push the boundaries. I mean, technically, this could be beside, like, a Nightcrawler comic on the newsstand, and, like, a little kid goes there, oh, I want to get Nightcrawler, and then he looks to the left, and he sees, like, a baby falling out of a zombie broad. Really cool shit. This is another really good story, or cover. Who did the cover? I guess I wouldn't know if I opened it up, until I opened it up, but that's a good one. For the record, that was 7. This is 8. Holy fuck, there's 9, 10. So there's 10 Aftermath issues, and there's your spoiler for the end. The punk chick is now dead. But these are the only other 2 ones I could find in the collection right now, and they're both Christmas themed. So this is the holiday special from, I'm not sure which year, but it's by Mike Wolfer. I don't think he did the cover, but there's Santa Claus, and this one is a wrap. Look at this shit. This is so fucking cool. How awesome. This book was, I picked this up right when I got back into buying comics, so 2010. So in 2010 is when I picked that up, and then I think around the same time the IDW Turtles book came out, because I remember picking up issue 1 of that Turtles book with this. So that's interesting. But that's it, man. That's going to conclude the first episode of the Videohomicide comic book collection video series, still untitled right now, but I appreciate everybody for watching. And again, if you feel so inclined, you can go over to that video that's linked in the description and enter the contest by leaving a question on that video. You can have a chance to win Cinema 187 number 1, Raise the Dead number 1, Raise the Dead number 2, Raise the Dead number 3, Filthy Ralph issue 1, and a fucking 20 sticker pack. So there's 20 stickers in this bad boy. All designs that I made. And I appreciate anybody that leaves a comment and participating just for fun. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Adios 666. Peace.